Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keeneland for the 37th running of the Breeders' Cup World Championships. Today's world-class lineup will feature 9 championship races, culminating with the $6 million Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. This 2-day world-class competition is made possible through the support of Breeders' Cup nominators, participating horsemen, and corporate partners, including top-level partners Longines, TVG, FanDuel, Big Ass Fans, Maker's Mark, America's Best Racing, Jackson Family Wines, and John Deere. On behalf of the Breeders' Cup and its fans, we thank the thoroughbred industry and sponsor partners for their loyal support.
On behalf of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, it is my great honor to welcome everyone to the heart of thoroughbred country for the 2020 Breeders' Cup World Championships.
Nestled deep in the heart of horse country, Keeneland Racecourse holds a special place in the hearts of racing fans around the world. Rich with tradition, charm, and excitement, the Breeders' Cup is back at Keeneland Racecourse for the first time since 2015, when a legend cemented his legacy. In a year unlike any other comes a Saturday we won't soon forget, culminating in the $6 million Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. The contenders will race, pulses will too, and Keeneland will add another chapter to its hallowed story. Welcome to the 2020 Breeders' Cup World Championships, an event that's simply a breed apart.
Please rise for the presentation of our national colors and remain standing for our national anthem. Our national colors are being presented today by the Culver Academy's Mounted Color Guard as a special tribute to the late John Gaines, Breeders' Cup founder and former student at Culver Academies. The Culver Academy's Mounted Color Guard is made up of 5 Frisian horses from the Lancer platoon of the Black Horse Troop, which was formed in 1897. Honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome back to the Breeders' Cup aspiring singer, songwriter, and high school senior from Floyd Knobs, Indiana, Caroline Segrist.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That concludes the opening ceremonies for the 2020 Breeders' Cup World Championships. Get ready for an action-packed day of championship racing, and good luck. Last one moves into line. They are at the post. And they're off in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. Serengeti Empress and Gamine. These two have early speed as expected, right to the front side by side as they join up onto the backstretch on the main track now. And it is Serengeti Empress from the outside who has the lead by just over a length, opens up by a length and a half by 2. Gamine backs away second, Speech third, Venetian Harbor is in fourth. Gap of 3 more lengths, Come Dancing is in fifth. 6 more back of her to Sconson, who's in the 6th position. Bell's the 7th. Sally's Curlin 8th and last, 21.77 seconds, the time for the opening quarter. Serengeti Empress leads at 3/4 of a length onto the far turn, and Gamine goes second by a length. Then Speech, who's third by just a head down to the inside of Venetian Harbor. That one now moves up, takes third by a neck. Come Dancing is 5th, still 6 lengths off the lead. Serengeti Empress in front, 3/4 of a length. Gamine second by 2. Speech is third to the inside. Venetian Harbor backs up to 4th. Come Dancing is in 5th. Bell's the one, still has a lot of work to do. 10 lengths off the lead. Serengeti Empress chased by Gamine, and here's Gamine striding forward on the outside of Serengeti Empress. Sconson goes third down toward the rail and is still 5 from the front. Gamine in the final furlong, now at the 16th pole. Gamine, John Velasquez rolling on home to win the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. All Gamine. Be a multiple horse photo for second, third, and fourth. The final time, 1 minute, 20.2 seconds. Track record.
I don't want to sound too cocky, but today for some reason I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous as I usually am. I just had a good feeling. And, you know, when I heard Bob tell Johnny in the barn that he gave her a horse that he had when we ran in New York, it really made me feel confident, because obviously she's an amazing freaking horse.
How special is it to share this with your family here?
It's the best thing in the world.
It's hitting you right here. Can you talk a little bit about what you're feeling right now?
I'm just so happy. And I guess when you get this happy, you get emotional too. It's a great experience, and I'm very grateful for it.
A big congratulations to you. Congratulations to the entire team here with a superstar filly for Bob Baffert, John Velasquez, and Michael Lund Peterson. Gamine in the Filly and Mare Sprint.
I'm joined here by trainer Kevin Rye, who has a number 6 Glass Slippers. Kevin, she's such a hardy mare, close second in the Prix de la Baille last time out. But aside from being tough, she's also very versatile in terms of her running style. Where would you like to see her place?
Yeah, look, we'll jump to go forward, but I think there'll be a lot of pace in this race. As you say, she's very easy to ride. She can come up from off the pace, or we can ride her handy. Just leave it to Tom. He knows her very well, and she's very simple filly to ride.
You mentioned Tom knows her very well. What about his riding style suits her so well?
Look, he knows the filly very well. He rides her work all the time at home, and you know, I have no worries there, and just let him ride his own race.
Wish you the best of luck, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Last one goes in. They're at the post. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. There's Bombard in between horses into Mystic, now a step quicker. Leinster moves up in the opening strides. Wildman Jack on the outside. Into Mystic to the lead down toward the inside. Wildman Jack second, Texas Wedge third. Leinster against the rail is fourth. Bombard fifth. Got Stormy is in sixth. Just Might seventh. Imprimus eighth down toward the inside. Extravagant Kid a wide ninth. Glass Slippers 10th. Front Run the Fed 11th. Alexandra 12th up on the outside. Big Runner 13th. And Wet Your Whistle last of the 14 into the far turn. Into Mystic. Leading Wildman Jack. Texas Wedge stacks up to the far outside in third. A length and a half separate the top three. They've opened up by 4 lengths back to Leinster, who is fourth down toward the inside. Got Stormy fifth on the outside. Off the far turn. Wildman Jack ahead in front. Texas Wedge on the outside. Into Mystic is there. Down toward the inside. Glass Slippers is running late toward the rail in fourth and looking for running room. Leinster then Got Stormy. Glass Slippers is coming through. Got Stormy on the outside. Late run from Extravagant Kid. Glass Slippers and Leinster 1-2 down to the line. Glass Slippers in front. Late charge for Wet Your Whistle. It is Glass Slippers to win the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint for Tom Eves with a brilliant ride.
Trainer Mark Glatt with 2 Breeders' Cup runners today, starting first with Sharp Samurai in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Mark, why the main track today on the dirt versus the race on the grass?
We just thought that the race came up a little better for him. He seems to be equally as good on turf or dirt at this stage of his career, and felt like that there was some question as to whether he would handle the softer or the Keeneland turf course here when he's used to the real firm courses we have out in California. So we just felt like it was the best spot for him given the 2 races.
In the Breeders' Cup Sprint, you have Collusion Illusion, the first time that he has traveled outside of California. How has he settled in for you?
Extremely well. I've been very pleased with both horses and how they shipped and how they came in here. They both have trained well over the track, and we're just hoping that they smoke early on, and which will help his closing kick, and so we need a fast pace.
Illusion has this 34 and change work on the page. Is that every indication to you that he is on edge and ready to go?
Yeah, really since his last race, all 4 workouts have been extremely good, pretty much in hand, and that breeze the other day was about as slow as he could have gone. So we wanted to sharpen him up a little bit because I think he is going to have to be rather close given how the track's playing, but we still want to see a hot pace and hopefully a good trip from the inside post.
Thank you, Mark. Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
Last one moves into the line. First wire at the post. They're off in the Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. There goes Nick's Go out for the lead. Sharp Samurai and Art Collector there to the inside, and there goes Complexity from the outside. Complexity moves up to the outside of Nick's Go. Nick's Go gets to the rail, though, has the lead by a length. Midway on the first turn. Complexity goes second, a length and a half. Art Collector third by a head. Pirate's Punch is in fourth around the first turn. Mr. Freeze outward from the rail in fifth by a head. Sharp Samurai is sixth. Jesus' team is in seventh. Rushy is eighth. Mr. Money ninth on the outside. War of Will 10th up the backstretch. Silver Dust 11th, and Owendale last of the 12. Opening quarter went in 21.98 seconds. Nick's Go against the rail leads it only a neck. Complexity second on the outside. Then a gap of 3.5 lengths back to Art Collector in third by 3/4 of a length. And there goes Sharp Samurai to his inside, now taking fourth. Pirate's Punch in fifth. Then Mr. Freeze, Jesus' team. War of Will still 10 lengths off the lead. Opening half mile went in 44.4. Midway on the far turn, Nick's Go is the leader, 3/4 of a length. Complexity goes second by 2. Sharp Samurai tries to move into contention, but still third. Gap of 3, Mr. Freeze. This is between horses in fourth. They're past the quarter pole to the top of the short stretch. Nick's Go leading Complexity by a length and a half. Mr. Freeze trying to pick up more spots, has to swing to the outside, though, of Sharp Samurai into the final furlong, and then Jesus' team. Nick's Go with the lead. Nick's Go by 4. Jesus' team runs late down toward the inside of Complexity, and then Sharp Samurai on the outside, but it's Nick's Go. Nick's Go, front-running victory for Joel Rosario and Nick's Go in the Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. 1 minute 33.85 seconds track record. Last one moves into line. They're at the post. They're off. In the Maker's Mark Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, Starship Jubilee unseated the rider coming out of the gate. Starship Jubilee has unseated the rider. Mean Mary out for the lead. Here's Rushing Fall moving into second. Peaceful is away running in third toward the inside. Mucho Unusual comes out fourth. Terrabellum is in fifth. There's Cayenne Pepper moving up a couple of spots from sixth. And Harvey's Little Goyle is seventh. Odaria is in eighth. Civil Union is in ninth as they head for the turn. Lady Prancelot is 10th. Sister Charlie is 11th. My Sister Nat is in 12th right behind her into the turn. And Nay Lady Nay is at the back of the pack. Back up front, it is Cayenne Pepper who's gotten the lead and gets over to the rail and leads it by a length. Mean Mary second, 3/4 of a length. Rushing Fall third, a half length. Peaceful fourth to her inside. Terrabellum is in fifth. Then Mucho Unusual to the outside. Odaria and Harvey's Little Goyle. Opening quarter went in 23.5. The first half mile in 47.44 seconds. Cayenne Pepper the leader. Cayenne Pepper leads it by a half length. Mean Mary second between horses, 3/4 of a length. Rushing Fall center of the course is third, a half length. Peaceful. Then Odaria, who's looking for some running room toward the inside, moves moves up into 5th. Terrabellum is 6th. Mucho Unusual wide to the far turn in 7th. Harvey's Little Goyle has lost some ground in 8th. Civil Union is 9th. Lady Prancelot, Sister Charlie, My Sister Nat, Nay Lady Nay at the back, and Mean Mary has taken the lead. And Rushing Fall has gone to 2nd. Cayenne Pepper, though, is still there down toward the inside. A quarter mile to go. Mean Mary, Rushing Fall now 1-2 off the far turn. O'Daria has to switch off the rail, is 3rd, and still 3 lengths from the front pair, but coming on. Rushing Fall, Mean Mary. O'Daria tries to join them. Lady Prancelot and Harvey's Little Goyle running late. Rushing Fall has the lead. O'Daria is trying to draw alongside of her. It is Rushing Fall, Mean Mary, O'Daria, Harvey's Little Goyle, Lady Prancelot. Here comes O'Daria with another try on the outside of Rushing Fall. O'Daria just would not quit and gets up to win it for Pierre-Charles Boudot. 1 minute 52.72 seconds, course record. Last one moves into line at the post. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. There goes Empire of Gold. There goes Echo Town. Jasper Prince has early speed as well. CZ Rocket comes away 4th. Yopon up close in 5th. Frank's Rocket is away running in 6th. Manny Wah goes 7th. Diamond Oops is 8th on the far outside. Whitmore is in between horses in 9th. Lasting Legacy moves up 10th. Forense Fire is 11th. Collusion Illusion 12th to the inside of Bone Raison, and Hog Creek Hustle is wide and last, headed to the far turn. 21.64 seconds the time for the opening quarter. Jasper Prince against the rail leads it by a length around the far turn. Empire of Gold second by 3/4 of a length. Yopon is in 3rd. CZ Rocket is in 4th. Diamond Oops and Lasting Legacy move as a team to the center of the track. Echo Town and Manny Wah in some traffic looking toward the inside. Jasper Prince the leader. Here comes Empire of Gold on the outside of that one. Echo Town, an awkward move there. CZ Rocket is moving up on the outside. Here's Whitmore. Here's Whitmore. Here's Whitmore. Here's Whitmore striding forward for the lead in the final furlong of the Breeders' Cup Sprint. What a day in the career of this 7-year-old. Whitmore and Rod Ortiz Jr. have won the Breeders' Cup Sprint in 1 minute 8.61 seconds.
Say hello to the new boss, same as the old boss. Whitmore, at the age of 7, has taken the Breeders' Cup Sprint in his 4th attempt at 18-1. They were throwing it down here early, Matthew, and as we said, at some point a horse was going to win against this trend, and it was the amazing Whitmore.
And they're off in the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile. There goes Halliday. Halliday goes right out for the early lead. Factor this as expected right there in the opening strides as well as they head for the first turn. Kamiko going to be up close down toward the inside in 3rd. Casa Creed 4th. Ivar is away running in 5th position. Circus Maximus 6th down toward the inside around the first turn. Safe Voyage 7th in between horses, 1 lane off the rail. And then Lope Fernandez, who's 8th back toward the inside for a ground saving trip. Raging Bull 9th. March to the Arch is in 10th. Then comes Siskin down toward the inside, followed by Uni, who's next to last, and Digital Age is at the back for the move up the backstretch. It is Halliday who is the leader. The opening quarter went in 23.48 seconds. Halliday leads it by just over a length. Factor this, second 3/4 of a length. Kamiko 3rd. Order of Australia is 4th up on the outside, within 3 lengths of the lead now. Circus Maximus 5th down toward the inside. Casa Creed, then Ivar. The opening half mile went in 46.97 seconds. It is Halliday the leader by a length to the far turn. Factor this, second by 2. Kamiko 3rd. Order of Australia 4th up on the outside, 4 lengths off the lead. Circus Maximus 5th. Ivar is 6th. Casa Creed is now back into the 7th position. March to the Arch is in 8th. Uni is still far back center of the course, a dozen lengths off the lead. Halliday is the leader. Kamiko to the inside. Circus Maximus coming from the outside. And then factor this in 4th. Kamiko needs room to the inside of Halliday. Here's Circus Maximus moving up in Order of Australia. Order of Australia has taken the lead in deep stretch. Circus Maximus still trying. Order of Australia looking for a huge upset here. Order of Australia gets that upset at 73-1 for Pierre-Charles Boudot, who's having quite a Breeders' Cup. In the winner's circle for race 9, the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile, presented by Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund 15. Order of Australia, owned by Derek Smith, Mrs. John Magner, Michael Tabor, and Mrs. Anne Marie O'Brien. The winning trainer is Aidan O'Brien. 2 wins today for jockey Pierre-Charles Boudot. Order of Australia, 3-year-old son of Australia, out of Senta's Dream by Dane Hill. The winner bred in Ireland by Whisperview Trading Limited. Time for the mile over the turf listed firm, 1 minute 33.73 seconds.
When you just looked at the fact that these 2 horses are here with the years that they have had and the careers that they have had, Monomoy Girl coming back after having not raced in 2019 to be back here to win this race again and take on a horse like that, the 3-year-old filly Swiss Skydiver, who has had one of the most ambitious 3-year-old filly campaigns since Rachel Alexandra. It creates this, one of the greatest matchups we've seen coming in to the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff. It is now post time. Swiss Skydiver breaking from post 5.
They're off in the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff. There's Horologist between horses along with Lady Kate, and Harvest Moon is up close, and there goes Ollie's Candy from the outside. Lady Kate has a narrow lead from Harvest Moon, who's right there to the inside heading into the first turn. Those 2 in close quarters there. Lady Kate now starts to move by. Harvest Moon second, a half length. Ollie's Candy forwardly placed in third. Horologist fourth. Monomoy Girl 3 wide and fifth, 3 lengths off the early lead. CC is sixth back toward the inside. Swiss Skydiver seventh between horses. Valiance is eighth to the far outside, and then Dunbar Road is ninth, and a gap of 6 more lengths back to Point of Honor, who is 10th and last. It was 23.11 seconds, the time for the opening quarter. Harvest Moon the leader, and Lady Kate second on the outside. A half length separate the top 2. Ollie's Candy third and between horses, a length and a half off the leader. Horologist fourth down toward the inside. Monomoy Girl in the clear, far outside and fifth, still 3 lengths from the lead though as they head for the far turn. CC is next. Swiss Skydiver is against the rail, 6 lengths off the lead. Valiance to her outside. Dunbar Road, and then Point of Honor at the back, 46.03 seconds for the opening half mile. Lady Kate alongside of Harvest Moon. Here's Ollie's Candy looking for some running room now toward their outside, and Monomoy Girl gets engaged now, moves up from fourth into third. Valiance is moving behind her. Harvest Moon is the leader with a quarter mile to go in the Distaff, leading Monomoy Girl a length and a half. Valiance third up on the outside. Harvest Moon is right there, and Swiss Skydiver is looking for running room down toward the rail. Monomoy Girl got the jump though, and she leads the field into the final furlong. Valiance to her outside. Harvest Moon third, Swiss Skydiver fourth. Valiance trying to catch Monomoy Girl. Late run from Dunbar Road to third. Monomoy Girl in front. Monomoy Girl wins the Distaff by 2 lengths on the line for Florent Giroux in 1 minute 47.84 seconds. In the winner's circle for race 10, the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff. Number 10, Monomoy Girl. Owned by Michael Dubb. Owned also by Monomoy Stables LLC of Saul Kuhlman, by the Elkstone Group LLC of Stuart Grant, and by Bethlehem Stables LLC of Michael Caruso. 2 wins today for Brad Cox. The winning jockey is Florent Giroux. Monomoy Girl, a 5-year-old daughter of Tapazar out of Drummett by Henny Hughes. The winner bred in Kentucky by FPF LLC and Highfield Ranch. 9 furlongs over the fast main track, 1 minute 47.84 seconds. Last one moves into line at the post. And they're off in the Longines Breeders' Cup turf. There goes Channel Maker. Channel Maker outrunning for the early lead. And United also is up close in the opening strides as well. Red King is there, and then Magical between horses and Arklow back toward the inside in the 5th position. Lord North comes away in 6th. Medaya 7th down toward the inside. Tarnawa is 8th. Danya is 9th early on, and Mogul is 10th and last as they move around that far turn for the first time. Channel Maker against the rail now leads the way. It is Channelmaker in front of United by a length and a half. 2 more back to Arklow just inside of Magical. Red King stacks up to their outside. And then Medaya back toward the rail, joined there by Lord North, who moves up alongside. Gap of 2 more lengths back to Tarnawa, then Danya, and Mogul is at the back. The opening quarter in 25.57 seconds. 1 circuit to go here in the Longines turf. And Channelmaker is the leader. United just off the leader's flank, 51.06 for that first half mile. Arklow back toward the inside is third. Red King is fourth up on the outside as the field heads into the second of 3 turns in this journey. Magical is in between horses. Magical right up close there, but in between and caught in some close quarters. Now moves up into fourth, now challenging for third, 2 lengths off the lead. Further back, Medaya stays down toward the inside of Lord North, tracked closely by Tarnawa, and then further back, Mogul next to last, and Danya trails for the move up the back stretch. It is Channelmaker who continues to dictate the terms. Channelmaker leads it by 3/4 of a length. And then United second on the outside a length, the Red King. Here's Arklow looking for running room fourth, down toward the inside, 2 lengths off the lead. Magical is still in fifth, still between horses at the entrance to the far turn. Lord North is next on the outside of Medaya. And then Mogul starting to work through some traffic in between horses, running 7 lengths from the front onto the turn. Tarnawa, Danya at the back, and Channelmaker to catch. Channelmaker leading United, opens up, Channelmaker does, by 2.5 lengths. United put in an awkward step around the far turn, lost another length. Magical moves up on the outside. Arklow to the inside, Red King, then Tarnawa swings to the center of the course. Mogul still looking for some room down toward the inside. They've got to get Channelmaker. Let's see what Magical can do now. And then Arklow and Tarnawa. Tarnawa is running fast down the center of the course. Tarnawa past Magical, has caught Channelmaker. Tarnawa moves on by. Tarnawa and Colin Keene to win the Longines turf. It's going to be close for second, either Magical or Channelmaker for that runner-up spot in 2 minutes, 28.02 seconds.
Dermot Weld breaking through in the Breeders' Cup. An already impressive career is just added to here with Dermot Weld's training job with Tarnawa and the pickup mount by Colin Keene. And Simon, Tarnawa was picking them up and laying them down like a house of cards.
Yeah, she certainly was, coming from off the pace here. Channelmaker, what a great ride aboard Channelmaker, and getting to the lead there for Manny Franco. He tried to lead him as far as he could. United, a little disappointing. Middle of the turn there, had a stutter step. I think just stumbled right about at this point and was taken out of it. But Channelmaker, it was his race to lose from here on out. Look at Tarnawa, left of the screen, takes the wide route here to avoid the traffic and comes rolling under Colin Keene. And how good has the Prix de l'Opera back on ARC weekend turned out to be? The winner has gone on to win the Breeders' Cup Turf. The 3rd place horse, Ordara, came back and won the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf earlier this afternoon. And another filly here. We've seen 3 fillies now win this race since 2015. Found, Enable, and now Tarnawa. What a great performance here. Dermot Weld for the Aga Khan.
Magical is in a photo for second here with the 9 Channelmaker. Caton, the pace setter Channelmaker, was setting all the fractions that he would need in here, but it was a European style race with the slow pace up front, and Tarnawa's kick was just incredible here for her 4th win in a row.
A very fairly run race so far as the pace was concerned, where each horse had a chance, and the horses that were best on the day prevailed here with Tarnawa and Magical, and maybe a little passing of the mantle, so to speak, from Enable to Magical, now to Tarnawa, as far as great fillies coming over to win the Breeders' Cup.
Tarnawa going off at 9-2. Results of that photo, and Magical does get there for second. Channelmaker holds on for third. Lord North rallies here for fourth, and then Mogul checking in fifth. So Simon, Europe accounts for 4 of the top 5 positions here in the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf.
Yeah, as expected. I mean, they look to dominate coming into this race. They usually do year in, year out. Domestically, I thought for the U.S., Channelmaker ran a huge race, and no disgrace there, finishing 3rd. But what a great filly here. The girls run 1-2 here with Magical, the 5-year-old mare, kind of rebounding, coming back to her form. Very, very good effort just a sad situation. I feel bad for Christophe Soumillon. Of course, it's well publicized, tested positive for COVID-19, and he's missed 2 victories here this Breeders' Cup. It's just another sign, of 2020 in play here.
Yeah, to further that point, the next race we'll be moving on to is the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic, and I had a chance to hear from Greg Bensel, who's part of GMB Racing, a long time, has worked for Gail Benson and her late husband Tom, who owned the New Orleans Saints as well as the Pelicans. And Gail Benson wanted to be here for Tom's d'Etat in the upcoming Longines Breeders' Cup Classic, but Greg had informed me with the protocols that the NFL has in place for owners and players, there's limits on travel, but the entire Tom's d'Etat team is watching. Mrs. Benson was heartbroken that she couldn't be here because Tom's d'Etat means so much to her and the team, obviously named in honor of her late husband. That'll be coming up, but it speaks to what you're talking about, the protocols in place that limit people being here. That was true of some connections traveling over here for this race, but also the protocols you talked in place have worked to make this a safe Breeders' Cup in a perfect environment, and wherever you're witnessing it, you have seen the best that our sport has to offer in Tarnawa, putting it on display here in the Longines Breeders' Cup turf. You're watching and listening to the Breeders' Cup Players Show. Coming up next will be the biggest race of the 2 days. It's the Longines $6 million Breeders' Cup Classic.
In the winner's circle for race 11, the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf. Number 3, Tarnawa, owned by His Highness the Aga Khan Studs, trained by Dermot Weld, jockey Colin Keane. Tarnawa, 4-year-old daughter of Shamardal out of Tirana by Cape Cross, winning 4-year-old filly bred in Ireland by His Highness the Aga Khan Studs. 12 furlongs over the firm turf today, 2 minutes, 28.2 0.02 seconds.
Ahmed, 1984 first ever Breeders' Cup Turf was won by Lashkari in these colours, the colours of His Highness the Aga Khan. Fast forward 36 years, and today's heroine is Tarnawa, just the 5th filly in history to win this race. I'm joined by Barbara Banky, Breeders' Cup Limited board member, to present the trophy and the Longines magnificent timepieces to Taft McKinstry, who's representing His Highness the Aga Khan here in the United States. Barbara?
On behalf of the Breeders' Cup, we are delighted to present this trophy for this wonderful filly, Tarnawa, to His Highness, and thank you, Taft, for accepting. And we wish to thank our wonderful sponsor, Longines, who has provided these wonderful timepieces.
Taft, many congratulations. If you could just step forward, don't be shy, to our microphone here. On behalf of all those, congratulations to His Highness the Aga Khan, another Breeders' Cup Turf for him.
On behalf of His Highness the Aga Khan, I can't tell you how thrilled we are to be participating in Breeders' Cup. We thank Longines for their sponsorship, and it's just an absolute thrill to have won this race. Thank you.
Taft, thank you. Congratulations to His Highness. Barbara, thank you. Colin, many congratulations. Ahmed?
I'm with Sakatoga Stables, Jack Knowlton. 'Tis the Law, breaking from post 2. Jack, what are the directions to Manny Franco in here? How do you expect the race to be ridden from that inside post?
Well, usually Tiz breaks very quickly, and I think we'd like to stay off the rail, maybe in a 2-path, and probably the speed's going to come from the outside. We expect Authentic's going to go to the front, but I don't think Tiz is going to be too far off. I mean, he'll break and let Manny decide where to put him, but I think he'll be in the first wave and probably, pretty keen because he's been off a while going into the first turn. I mean, it's a long run into the first turn, so I expect he'll be no worse than second or third going into the turn.
The New York bred that could, the Belmont, the Travers, what has been the journey? What has the journey been like for you leading up to the Classic here?
Well, everything was perfect until we got to Kentucky for the Derby. For whatever reason, he just doesn't seem to get along with that track. It's the only 2 losses he's had are there. The way he came out of the Travers, I think we all felt, and everybody felt, that he was a horse to beat in the Derby, but Authentic ran a great race that day. We didn't get by him. Today, I expect that, given 3 weeks on this track, he really seems to have taken to it very well, and we're just excited to get a chance to run in this race and maybe get some redemption on Authentic.
Jack, thanks for your time. Best of luck here at 'Tis the Law.
Thank you.
Last one moves into line. They are at the post. They're off in the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. There's Authentic and Maximum Security from the outside in the opening strides. Authentic moving forward, quickly clears the inside traffic and starts to angle down toward the rail with the lead. Maximum Security goes second, 'Tis the Law third. By My Standards is in fourth. Global Campaign is fifth. Improbable close up but wide in sixth into the first turn. Then a break of 5 more lengths. Tom's D'Etat, Title Ready, Tacitus, and Higher Power at the back. It is Authentic who shows the way. Authentic against the rail, leads it by 2 lengths. Maximum Security second a length. And then 'Tis the Law third to the inside by just a half length. Global Campaign fourth up on the outside. By My Standards is toward the rail in the 5th position. Flanked there by Improbable. Improbable toward the outside, 6 lengths off the lead. Break of 4 back to Tom's D'Etat, Title Ready, Tacitus, and then Higher Power at the back. It is Authentic who shows the way up the backstretch at Keeneland in the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. Authentic leads it by a length and a half to Maximum Security. 'Tis the Law, Global Campaign, and then Improbable. Global Campaign and Improbable start moving forward together as they reach the entrance of the far turn. By My Standards, still 5 lengths off the lead. Tacitus, Tom's D'Etat, Title Ready, Higher Power at the back as the field enters the final turn. And it is Authentic who continues to show the way. Global Campaign is right there at second, just off the leader's flank. Improbable moves up to third. Maximum Security is fourth and still 5 lengths from the lead and has lost ground around the far turn. 'Tis the Law is next, still 6 from the front, then Tacitus and Tom's D'Etat. Here comes Improbable to the outside, trying to chase down Authentic as they move into the stretch. Global Campaign is third. Maximum Security is in fourth. Tacitus, then 'Tis the Law. Authentic hanging tough in the final furlong and leads it by 2.5 lengths. Improbable, then Global Campaign, Tacitus, 'Tis the Law, all behind Authentic, who who strides away in the Keeneland sunset for John Velasquez. Authentic has won the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic.
An authentic classic, a gate-to-wire score under the Hall of Famer John Velasquez. Congratulations to the Connections, Spendthrift Farm, My Racehorse, all of the partners. What a celebration for Authentic here at Keeneland.
We just witnessed what this horse was able to do in the Kentucky Derby. Once he gets comfortable and out in the clear, he's able to switch things off, and nobody was ever able to come to this son of Instant Mischief. What a campaign from this 3-year-old colt. Yet another Breeders' Cup Classic for Bob Baffert. For the longest time, a decade plus, Bob Baffert could not win the Breeders' Cup Classic. Then what does he do? He rattles off 3 in a row, starting with Bayern, and then we see performances like this with Authentic. Baffert is a master at getting a horses to go 1.25 miles, and it is on full display here with the sort of speed that they possess. This is how Baffert wins the Breeders' Cup Classic, with horses getting out on the front end and just absolutely running the field into the ground.
Gabby, he played come and catch me with them out there. Nobody getting to Authentic today.
You're absolutely right, Christina. Once again, a Hall of Fame ride by Johnny Velasquez. I was surprised that nobody actually decided to go with him early, and it was kind of evolving in the first 16th of a mile going into the first turn, Christina. We saw Tiz the Law actually break really sharply, and if you look closely, Manny Franco was looking to his right and seeing, judging who was going to go. Ultimately, he decided to take a hold of his horse going into the first turn, and that changed the dynamics of the race, whereas Authentic was able to control on the front end. But this is a superb horse, and we knew that we were in for a big performance, judging by how confident Bob Baffert was going into the Classic.
He is so determined. You can see it, just ears pinned out there. He knows his job. He knows what to do out there on the front end, and nobody really making up any ground throughout the race. Scott, down the backstretch at one point, you did see Improbable and Global Campaign, their riders realized we have to make a move on this horse. They did so in tandem, and were both discouraged at the top of the lane when this horse kicked clear.
Yeah, it was too little too late at that point in time. I mean, it was a very strong effort from Improbable, and give a lot of credit to Global Campaign for him to be able to hold on for third. Tacitus grinding out a 4th place finish. Maximum Security, he had every opportunity from the outside, but just was not good enough in the end here to go with Authentic. But what a performance in the shadows here in Lexington, Kentucky for this son of Into Mischief, Spendthrift Farm, MyRacehorse.com, Madacat Stables. What a journey this entire group has been on in 2020. This is what dreams are made of as far as in this sport. For a horse that broke his maiden at Del Mar last summer going 5/8 of a mile, he's really done nothing wrong. You look at his defeats. He lost to Honor AP in the Santa Anita Derby and was beaten by a wonderful filly in Swiss Skydiver in a masterfully ridden race by Robbie Alvarado in the Preakness Stakes, and Johnny Velasquez just never gave them a chance. That's what you do when you have a horse with the type of speed and stamina that he has. Just go out there and play catch me if you can, and they could not here today.
Cheers to the breeder, Peter E. Blum, Thoroughbreds LLC. Congratulations, Mr. Blum. You have bred a Kentucky Derby winner, a Breeders' Cup Classic winner. Congratulations to his owners as he is going to jog back to get his picture taken today. It was a marquee moment when he won the Kentucky Derby as far as horse ownership goes. We've talked about that quite a bit with My Racehorse, with Spendthrift Farm, with their partnership with the 5,000 plus people that are included as owners of Authentic. And this again is another pivotal moment in this game moving forward as far as an opportunity to become a part of it, to play in the big leagues, to attract more fans to horse racing.
And B. Wayne Hughes, you've got to give him a lot of credit. He was always forward-thinking. He's a man that has built an empire by being forward-thinking, and he's part of this and MyRacehorse.com. Just looking here at now Baffert's 4 wins in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Bayern, a late developing 3-year-old. American Pharaoh, different class, different level, right? Arrogate, late developing 3-year-old, wins the Breeders' Cup Classic. Same here. He was good early, but as Bob has said, if the Kentucky Derby's maybe early May, it wouldn't have been his time. He had Nadal, he had Charlatan. Unfortunately, we didn't see Nadal after his win in the Arkansas Derby, but Bob has created a knack in pinpointing these horses that will develop and get better at the age of 3, and that's how he swoops in and wins the Breeders' Cup Classic.
son of Into Mischief, Authentic, making his way back here to a very happy group of owners. And you mentioned B. Wayne Hughes. He was unable to be at the Kentucky Derby this year. I'm just looking in to the winner's circle. He is here today for this, and what a special moment. He did allow this horse to run in the silks of my racehorse in the Kentucky Derby. I thought that was a very sporting gesture, but for him to be here in his home in Kentucky to welcome this son of his Into Mischief into the winner's circle, what a moment for a man that has given so much to this game, and in turn with this horse specifically paying it forward for potentially generations to come.
You would think so, absolutely, because he's going to have a home over at Spendthrift Farm once he wraps up his racing career. And by all accounts and the discussions that we've had with these connections, it does seem as though that is the plan, to run him at the age of 4. And for Johnny Velasquez, a man that's won 16 Breeders' Cup races, now 17 with Gamine, 18 with the Breeders' Cup Classic. This is his first Breeders' Cup Classic victory, so congratulations to him. He picked up his second Kentucky Derby this year with Authentic, now his first Breeders' Cup Classic with Authentic here at Keeneland Racecourse.
The garland of flowers draped over Authentic. He does get a little touchy with that. Let's see how he handles it today. Very excited out there on track. We're looking at the prices right now. Authentic at 4-1. He returns $10.40. Keeneland grad trifecta, Improbable second at 7-2 for Bob Baffert. Global Campaign running the race of his career today. Javier Castellano aboard. He checks in third at 25-1. It was 9-8-7 across the board. Those your official results of this year's Breeders' Cup Classic. We're just getting ready to welcome Authentic into the winner's circle momentarily here. Let's go to Kurt Becker.
Entering the winner's circle for race 12, the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic, number 9, Authentic. Owned by Spendthrift Farm of B. Wayne Hughes. Owned by MyRacehorse.com of Michael Behrens, by Madigat Stables LLC of Saul Kuman and Jason Monteleone, and Starlight Racing Stable of Jack Wolf and others. The trainer is Bob Baffert. The jockey is John Velasquez. Authentic, a 3-year-old son of Into Mischief, out of Flawless by Mr. Greeley. Keeneland sales grad, bred in Kentucky by Peter Blum, Thoroughbreds LLC.
You can imagine an incredibly excited group. What a way to cap off the Breeders' Cup. Authentic in the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. And of course, for the trophy presentation, we're getting everybody in here. Lots of owners, of course. We have the CEO and president of the Breeders' Cup, Drew Fleming, and the chairman of the Breeders' Cup, Fred Hertrick.
Brittany, thank you. From our partner at Longines, what a classic. It was maybe one of the all-time greats that we'll all remember for a long time. Mask on, please, everyone. Yes, thank you. And again, we want to thank all our nominators, our worldwide audience, our worldwide participants, our worldwide nominators, our board of directors, all the employees of the Breeders' Cup team. It was one heck of a race. And I'm going to tell you what, the biggest ownership group we've got, you're seeing them right here. So again, thank you all for attending. Thank you all for participating. Brittany, back to you.
A big congratulations. And along with the gorgeous Breeders' Cup trophies, Longines timepieces for Spendthrift, Madigat Stables, Starlight Racing, and My Racehorse. On behalf of Spendthrift Farm, Eric Gustafson. Eric, it was a first Kentucky Derby win. It is a first Breeders' Cup Classic win. Can you sum up what this year has been for you, the farm, and of course, Mr. B. Wayne Hughes?
Brittany, no, I cannot sum it up. It's too much. I don't know that we're worthy of this this amount of blessing. I mean, this is so incredible. We want to thank Bob and his team, Johnny V, for an unbelievable ride. I want to just thank Wayne for entrusting the rest of us. We got a lot of the Spendthrift team here today. To all the Spendthrift team that's back home watching, to the 5,300 owners for My Racehorse who are here and who are watching on TV. They're all screaming at home right now. This is just like unbelievable. It's the pinnacle. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And at least for today, Authentic is the best horse in America, and we're so proud to be a part of it. Thank you. Thank you.
And you mentioned
Wayne Hughes, I'm so happy for him. He's just been such a generous supporter of this game for so many years. He has spent his entire career as an owner trying to win the Kentucky Derby. He did it this year. He was able to be here to enjoy this victory with Authentic, and what a win it was for so many thousands of people, and I hope that it does continue to bring more people to this wonderful sport of thoroughbred racing. To all the competitors, to those that came internationally to support the Breeders' Cup this year, we thank you, we congratulate you. You are the best of the best. We'll see you back here next year for the Players Show.